Srishti Nair, Senior Interventional Cardiologist at Fortis Muller Hospital. I will be talking on chest pain and what to do, how to approach chest pain if you get it in the course of the day. Now, chest pain is such a common symptom that we sometimes tend to ignore it when it can be very dangerous. So, if we do get chest pain, how do we know or how do we assess that it may be cardiac chest pain? The first thing one must do is look at your own self. Look at your age. If your age, men above 40, women postmenopausal, if you have chest pain, please be suspicious that it may be cardiac pain. Gender, if you are women, if you are a lady before, in childbearing age, then there is no problem usually. If it's after childbearing age, you must be careful. And even during childbearing age, if you are diabetic, then the protection that you have from the female hormones, that is lost. So if you are a diabetic, whatever age, whether it's men or women, you must be very suspicious, have a high index of suspicion that your chest pain may be cardiac or in origin. Then look at your family history. If there are your parents, your brothers or sisters have cardiac disease, then you have to also know that the genetics plays a big part in coronary artery disease, and you may be having chest pain due to a cardiac issue. And the fourth thing you have to look at is your risk factors. If you're diabetic, if you're hypertensive, if your cholesterol is high, then all the more reason that this chest pain can be cardiac in origin. Now there's one thing that we generally ignore, and that is stress. Stress is something that we, day-to-day life, it is there in us. We take it, in the course of things, but it also takes a toll on the heart. So if you have a highly stressful life, then any chest pain must be held with a high index of suspicion. You must get yourself examined by a doctor. Smoking. Smoking is, of course, now because of the public education, people have started smoking less than before. But smoking is very dangerous, and anybody who smokes and has chest pain, he must also be, worry about what it may be a cardiac issue. Then there are certain other issues like level of physical, exercise and all. If you are sedentary, then the chances that a chest pain may be due to cardiac is higher than if you are a regular exercise, do your regular exercises. And then psychological, I said about stress. Then diet. When I say diet, if you're eating fast foods, which is so common, especially in the young. I have seen young people come with heart attacks because they're not careful about the diet. So if you are regularly eating in your canteen or you're having fast foods regularly, you must be very aware that you can get a heart attack because of this bad dietary habit. Now, once you get chest pain, the type of pain, you look at the chest pain. I told you what are the things within your profile that you have to look at. Then you look at the type of chest pain. If the chest pain or cardiac pain is never localized, it's not like other pains. It's just a heaviness in the sternal area, just behind this region, and it may radiate to the left, may radiate to the right. It may radiate up to the umbilicus and up to the jaw. This is called what we call referred pain. So any pain that comes on exertion in these areas, you must be careful and you must get yourself checked up for any cardiac issue that is causing the pain. Then pain. Now pain which is not cardiac can be said like this. If you can pinpoint that here pain is here, then it's usually not cardiac. If it's a burning sensation, it may not be cardiac, but however, there's a very, you can still have cardiac chest pain with the burning sensation. So a lot of people just ignore it, saying that I ate outside in the restaurant yesterday, so today it may be just gastritis. You should not ignore, especially if you have the risk factors like diabetes and hypertension that I mentioned earlier. Pain that comes with respiration, if you take a breath, long breath and pain comes, then don't worry, it's not cardiac. So cardiac chest pain is a vague heaviness in the chest, the center of the chest, which comes on exertion. And if you stop exerting it, you get relieved of chest pain. That's typical cardiac pain. Now this is called what we call stable angina, what we call in medical terms as stable angina. But if the pain comes, if you have risk factors, you're diabetic, you're hypertensive, you're a smoker, and the pain comes and stays for more than 20 minutes, you must be very careful. You may be getting a heart attack. So you have to immediately go to the doctor, because the earlier you go, because time is muscle. What as cardiologists, what we say, the earlier you can treat a block in the coronary arteries, the better for the patients. The more you delay, and we have seen that the delay is usually on the patient side. They tend to ignore the pain. By the time they reach the hospital, it's gone way beyond repair. So this is thing that we can avoid. If you are diabetic, hypertensive, highly stressful life, and we are having pain in the chest that is not relieved after 20 minutes of rest, after 20 minutes despite being at rest, so you better go to the hospital as early and get yourself investigated. Now what does the doctor do? What do we do at the hospital? Once you come with chest pain, the first thing, of course, we take a history. We look at you as your whole. We take your background, we take your history, we do an ECG. ECG changes may be there during acute chest pain, which indicates, but sometimes what happens is it may take 5 to 6 hours. So ECG may be normal when you come in, but it may take 5 to 6 hours to change to indicate there's a cardiac problem. So immediate ECG may not show, so we generally repeat an ECG after 4 hours. Then we do some cardiac enzyme blood tests, because whenever there is damage to the cardiac muscle, then certain enzymes are released which we can measure in the blood, and there are certain levels we see, and then we say, okay, this patient has come with chest pain, his blood and cardiac, what we call cardiac enzymes, they're elevated, then we know that, okay, he's having a heart attack. Next is, we do echocardiography. We see the heart from outside. We see if there's any pumping function problem, if any of the valves are not moving well, which is indicates a heart attack. So this is the third test we do. After that, we go in and do a angiogram where we outline the blood vessels after injecting iodine dye and taking X-ray photos, and we know exactly where the blocks are, how much is there, what is the next treatment, what is the best treatment to be done. So this is the way we should be aware that if we have chest pain, we should not take it lightly, especially if we have risk factors, like I said earlier. If you are older than 40 for men, if you are older than 50, older than postmenopausal in women, if you have any of the risk factors like stress, diabetes, hypertension, smoking, cholesterol, or your diet is bad, you must be very careful that you cannot, when you not get, your heart does not get damaged. So you come back, if you come to the hospital, you have high index of suspicion, you come to the hospital in time, get yourself treated, you should be okay. Thank you.